After a couple of false starts, Miss Asahina finally started putting her words into complete sentences and began to explain.
You might not believe a word I'm about to say, but the truth is I'm not actually from this time plane. I come from the future. I can't tell you from which time period or time plane I come from, though. Telling anything about the future to anyone from the past is restricted. I was told this before I boarded the time machine. Think of it as being a lot like animation. The pictures look like they're in motion, right? But it's just a series of still frames laid out in a sequence. The time is just like that, goes to zero. That's why time traveling is moving in a three-dimensional direction along the various time planes. I'm from the future. That means on this time plane, I'm sort of like an extra picture in the middle of one of those flipbook animation things.
What is it now?
As for me, I'm here because a large timequake happened 3 years ago. Oh, that's 3 years ago from the current time in this plane. We arrived in the past to investigate, and we were surprised once we got here. No matter how hard we tried, we couldn't go further back in time from that plane. The conclusion was that there had to be a large time gap between the time planes. It wasn't until recently that we found the thing that caused it. That is, recently in the future where I come from.
So what is the reason?
Miss Suzumiya.
Not again.
She was at the very center of the time distortion. And I can't explain any more of this to you because it's classified information. But we are certain that it was Miss Suzumiya who closed our access to the past.
It's hard to believe Haruhi would be able to do something like that.
Believe me, it's a mystery to us as well, and Miss Suzumiya doesn't realize that she's the cause of a timequake either. That's where I come in. I was sent here to see whether or not there'll be any new time anomalies occurring near Miss Suzumiya. I guess I'm kind of like a watchdog.